What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Old Ass T, and you already know the vibes. If you don't, you are about to. Welcome to my channel where I talk about a little bit of this and I talk about a little bit of that. Now, first things first, I already know when you clicked on here, like, it's already looking a little different. But if you don't follow my Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, you wouldn't even really know what I've been getting into. Long story short, I've been getting into my Spike Lee bag. I've been in the midst of really tapping into different things and, really getting to learn who I am creatively. Like, not only just in speaking, but how I present my videos. Now, the first things first, it's going to be a lot of changes. I'm going to be in a lot of different rooms. And all I'm going to say right now, this is the timestamp. This is the official timestamp to keep that same energy. Because I promise you, it's not, in the beginning, it is usually the family that start to act mixy. But now I'm starting to notice it's other journalists, other people with platforms. And honestly, if this was me in the beginning, I would have sat there and be like, oh my gosh, this done. But now, where I'm at right now, keep that same energy. Now let's get into the songs of the week. But speaking of the songs of the week, since we already in the topic, we might as well shout somebody out. Shout out to OJ Mammon. I recently did a behind the scenes video for his new music video that's coming out real soon. And honestly, let me tell you something. I really talks about the sounds of New York City. I really does this for real. I have a good ear. And this video that's about to come out is crazy. Everything that I've been saying I want from New York, 100% you're going to get in that video. So be on the lookout, y'all. Don't say I didn't put you on. Going on number 2 for the Songs of the Week list, we got The Score by Lil Tecca. This is a 2019 vibe, but the lyrics still apply. And honestly, the first couple bars speak for itself. Lil Tecca, to me, is really one of the most artistic artists that have stayed true to the vision that was given to us in the beginning. A lot of people, once they get famous, they want to start switching up aesthetic. Post Malone. But we're not going to get into that because I got love for Post. But when most people start to get on top, they usually want to start dipping into different types of aesthetics. Now, listen, I'm not judging. Go get your bag. But Lil Tecca has found a way to make it to where he still is who he was when you first met him, but more mature. Now, going last on the list, I really got to shout out Spice's new album, Mirror 25. Let me just be real. I've said it once and I'm going to say it again. Spice was robbed of her Grammy last year, but we're not even going to get into it. Because this year and this album, Spice showed that she is as hungry as a lion reclaiming her kingdom. And I don't blame her. This album really not only showcased like, yeah, I could really tap into like who I really am, what really made me a queen in this. But she showcased a little bit of gospel music. She showcased a little bit of that OG sound. And honestly, Spice, if they don't give you your Grammy this year, I'm smacking somebody on the committee, respectfully. And I can acknowledge you and put my hat off to you. I'm not going to be like these crooked media people that's not going to sit there and shout out people that they know is fire. I'm going to shout out to people that deserve it, period, point blank. Now that we done with the songs of the week, let's tap into the tea of the week. Now for the first topic, I'm really going to tap into the sports world first because I feel like it's a lot of things that I really want to get off my chest. One thing that I have noticed that has become a huge trend, there will be people, specifically older people, that will use Caitlin Clark's name as bait to disrespect other players. Now, you already know I've been on it with Shannon Sharp. He's still on his agenda. He was just talking about how, again, WNBA players are jealous. But, I mean, that very same game that people are referring to, I've seen the opposing players, Nneka Ogwumike, coming up to Caitlin Clark and showing her love. So I'm still, I'm not understanding this imaginary beef that y'all trying to conclude. And it's two things that I have to say about that for real. Because it's like, one, it's clear that some of y'all are only doing this for traction. And I get it, you know what I mean? Like, rage bait. That's the number one thing that you do when you want to get your numbers up. I just said earlier, get your money. You know what I mean? I don't like to interfere with nobody's bread. But it's like to downplay a whole group of women's careers just to uplift Caitlin Clark. Come on, bro. especially when you've been through the same thing. There was once a media name that was downplaying your name just to uplift somebody else's career.
NFL coaches work between 80 and 100 hours in a 5-6 day week. So Tom Brady, the night before, he's making tweets when he didn't stay up those 80 to 100 hours. Shouldn't they have a problem with that?
Who do you think watches more tape, Tom Brady or all the coaches?
All the coaches.
Stop it.
All the coaches.
Stop
Skip, I'm not going to let you do it.
No,
I'm not going to let you be disrespectful to these damn coaches because you love Tom Brady.
Please,
ladies and gentlemen, that is a flat-out lie.
Can't stand it that Tom Brady at 45 is still playing this game at a very high level. Ladies and gentlemen at home, for 6 straight years on this show that we have been partners at this debate desk, has tried to send Tom Brady home. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he is still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
And then there's other media journalists that want to report on stories just because it's popping, but they're never out here shouting out these WNBA players. I'm not understanding for real. But that's not my only issue. With the heightened conversations of my favorite player taking these people and these crooked people to court, a lot of people have been taking this situation way more personally than it is. First of all, let's be clear. I've been spoke on this. Let's reel in the clip real quick. If you don't know, De'Erica Hamby is a WNBA player, and she used to play for the Las Vegas Aces. Now, a couple months ago, it was reported that she was being traded, and I'm not gonna lie, me and many others were very surprised and disappointed. She was a staple in the team. Later on, we had found out that the reason that all this had happened was because she was being treated unfairly and her motherhood was disrespected. So you know what Hamby did? She filed a case. It was found out that Becky Hammond was suspended from 2 games and that their #1 pick in the draft was rescinded. It's a small victory, but it's not really a victory lap. I just felt like I needed to put that in there because a lot of people, all of a sudden, everybody want to start acting mixy. It's like, bro, now that it's starting to look crazy, that's when media names want to start giving it attention. Now, y'all should have been doing it from the get-go because it's wrong. Just like I said in my other video, it was a victory, but not a victory lap. You feel what I'm saying? Aces fans, y'all was moving wild mixy. Me personally, I just feel like the only thing that I have to say is, why are you doing this? Like, these people are not telling you to do this. These people are not paying you to do this. Even with how people talk about certain players on social media, it's just like, bro, are you a part of their payroll? Like, I would really think that you're a part of the payroll the way you going so hard to disrespect other people just to uplift your homegirl or your imaginary homegirl, because we don't even know if Sister Love know you like that for real. It's not even the WNBA fan base, and I'm being real. It's Stan Twitter. It's people who support these rappers, people that support these actresses, people that support these singers. It's just like, yo, bro, it make you want to just support one person and not tell nobody. Speaking of people being weird and the media moving even weirder, we got Marlon Wayans versus Vlad TV. Now, this all sparked because Vlad was doing this interview with Aries Spears, and they was basically talking about Wayans' negotiations, and Spears didn't say too much, but Vlad trying to start stuff and talk crazy on the internet. And I'm not gonna lie, it really sparked something crazy to where they both were going back and forth on social media. Honestly, I'm gonna give my opinion without being biased, right? I respect everybody. I respect all journalists. But what I don't respect is people always being in the culture but not respecting it. You know what I'm saying? Because if your problem was, okay, you didn't like the money that he wanted to ask for and you didn't like what they was trying to negotiate. All right. Why are you using an interview to downplay somebody else? And I feel like we need to really address the people in this media or journalism community that really don't be here for the love of the game for real, that really just be here for the love of clout, that really just be here for the love of seeing your name in blogs and seeing your name being talked about and seeing the followers go up. But they really don't care about showcasing artists and showcasing what these people are or who these people are. A lot of people were calling out Vlad for being a culture vulture, and I'm not even going to get into all of that because, again, I'm a respectful journalist. I'm not going to put somebody under me just to make myself look better. You feel what I'm saying? I don't agree with a lot of his ways, and I don't really respect how he moved. But at the end of the day, you know, this is another person doing their craft and getting their money, and that's how they get their money. That's how they get their money. You feel me? But I just don't agree with his ways and how he handled the situation. Come on, man. It's a lot of people that sat there and told me no, or I had to turn away from opportunities. Do you think that I'm gonna sit there and talk crazy about them? I mean, it's a couple names that said no, and there was a couple times that those names had said yes. But I'm not gonna sit there and disrespect them and downplay them just because I feel like I should have got the opportunity. It is what it is. You create better content and you make them wish that they had gotten with you. That's the truth. Next on the list, though, we got Fanatics owner Michael Rubin going on the Breakfast Club talking about black culture and black on black crime. This is another topic that really like gets to me because I don't understand the concept of black on black crime. Nor do I agree with it. I feel like it's just crime. I'm tired of us trying to put a name to things because the numerous of serial killers who have existed and, was out here white people, we don't sit there and say it was white on white crime. We just call it crime. I have had an experience where there was a white person who was over performative. And sometimes you do have to tell them, like, know your role. Like, you're talking on things and you're saying specific things that we don't agree with. We need you to stop playing Michael Luther King respectfully. Because at the end of the day, sometimes that needs to be told. Some white people, and I don't got no problems with white people, but like one of my closest friends is white. You know what I'm saying? But some things need to be said. And if I had my white friend right here, right now, standing next to me, if she sees this video, shout out to you, my sister. But if she was to see this video right here, right now, she would say, no, that was not his place to say that. I promise you, sometimes it's okay to just be an ally and an advocate instead of trying to sit there and talk about things that make no sense. Like black on black crime is just crime. And then there's people talking about, yeah, he know what he talking about. He wasn't wrong. Like, bro, like you are just as dumb as what this idea is, bro. And I'm not calling you dumb, my brother, because I know you didn't mean no harm. Like I really understand going to college, going upstate. First of all, shout out to my brother. He's doing his thing upstate. He's in college. Shout out to him. He gonna be out here doing changing the world. But back to what I was saying, like when I was on campus, like I feel like it really got me to understand there's different kinds of white people out here. Not all white people is ignorant, but there's some people like Michael Rubin that think it's okay to insert certain opinions where it's not needed. I know you probably meant well, Mr. Michael Rubin, but next time you might want to do some research or talk to a friend or, you know what I mean, before you say certain things. Now, last but not least, honestly, this election this election has been real special. First of all, we thought Joe Biden was going to be the one that people had to sit here and decide who we was voting for. Now it's Kamala Harris. Shout out to Kamala because I heard she got a little bit of Indian, and I had a tiny smidge of Indian in me. You know what I mean? So shout out to her. Um, I didn't expect less from Trump or Kamala, honestly. Like, I feel like she got that energy, he got that energy, she got people to back him, he got people to back him. Joe Biden, that wouldn't have been, nobody would have cared, honestly. But I feel like this was definitely a different, very different type of election thus far. Um, I've seen people supporting these people. I'm not even just gonna say Trump. I'm gonna say Kamala as well because it's very interesting. Megan the Stallion came out of nowhere and did a whole 8 count on stage. I ain't mad though. I ain't mad, but it's just like I don't know. I don't really support I don't really support celebrities getting into politics. I think it's kind of corny because you're really just spreading your personal ideologies and trying to force other people to believe exactly what you believe. I like to be independent and make my own ideas for myself. But yeah, this has definitely been one of the craziest elections that I have ever experienced and fully been aware of. Even when we look at Hulk Hogan, he's been wilding, talking crazy, Amber Rose all of a sudden thinks she's smart. She talking all this. Nobody's even paying her no mind. Because I feel like even after this election, even if Donald Trump was to win, he don't care about no Amber Rose. Like, you're not finna be on a part of his team. You're not finna be riding his coattails. He don't rock with you like that, bro. You just trying to ride the coattails so you could get clout, because you don't have nothing else to cling to. It makes sense for Hulk Hogan to go and support Donald Trump, especially the comments that he was making about, black men. But, like, Amber Rose, shut up, bro. Like, of course you would try to support him. You would be one of the heathens that would be trying to get some money from him. That's the one thing that I respect about everybody else. They do their endorsements and call it a day. Amber Rose, she trying to become and make a platform with this. And vote for who you voting for. Like, you doing too much. Nobody cares. Trying to create beef with Kamala Harris. Like, you sound dumb. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give me make sure you give this video a beautiful like, subscribe, share it to, you know how I do. Share it to your mother, share it to your father, share it to your brother, share it to your sister. We in that college season, so these kids are gonna want to see something that's lit. Send that to them. Send my video to them. Send it to anybody you know. Send it to your boss. I bet you if you send it to your boss right now, you gonna get a raise. I promise you gonna get a raise if you send this video to your boss. I promise you. Worked for me. Like, I just got a raise last week. I just got a raise last week after I sent this to my boss. So if I could do it, you could do it too. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be on the lookout for the next one. Be on the lookout for the next moves, because I'm really finna be outside. Like, I'm not even playing. Shout out to everybody that's out here on a grind. We're gonna be on the come up real soon. Don't you ever worry about that one. Stay consistent, stay grounded, and always stay prayed up. Thank you. Mwah.
I couldn't believe it. Soon as I bought my Cuban chain, she called me back. Soon as I iced her up my wrist, she got attached.